In today's video, we take a look at the Strohl Mountain Light Adventure Camera Backpack from Moment. If you're new to the channel, I'm Ed from Rushfaster. We do guides and walkthroughs bringing you better gear and better ways to carry. So if you like what you see, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell to receive notifications on future videos. Let's dive right in and check out the Strohl Mountain Light Backpack. Now, a little bit about this collab with Moment. Alex Strohl is an outdoor landscape photographer who has partnered with Moment to create an incredibly lightweight adventure travel camera backpack. The result is this bag and these accessories. The bag is for people who are looking for an outdoor camera backpack but don't want to be super encumbered by all the gear, all the weight of the bag, all the straps. Just wants to carry light, be agile, be nimble, go outdoors and take some good photos and videos. Alex Strohl himself describes it as the running shoe of outdoor camera backpacks. And so we're going to take a look at the bag as well as some of these accessories in the video. If you're interested in checking it out, there will be links in the description below. So here we have the Strohl Mountain Light Backpack. This is a 45-litre bag in blue. It comes in three colors, black, yellow, and blue. Now it is a 45-litre bag, but it does come in two different sizes, medium and large. That doesn't have to do with the volume capacity. It is only 45 litres, but it has to do with ergonomic fit. So if you've got a smaller torso, you might want to opt for the medium size. If you've got a bigger torso, you're a bit taller, you might want to go for the large size. Now, in terms of weight, lightweightness is a big feature that's boasted in this backpack. It weighs a measly 2 pounds 6 ounces, which is just over a kilo for a 45-litre bag. As for the material, the entire body is a 210 waterproof Cordura ripstop nylon 6/6. The bag uses sturdy YKK zippers and also aluminium hardware as well as Woojin hardware. So there's a number of features in this bag. Let's go through them as quickly as we can. Starting at the bottom of the bag, we've got a little loop here for attaching gear on. This is particularly helpful if you want to secure any trekking poles, ice axe loops, anything like that. You can feed them through that pole there. You've also got an accompanying cinch toggle at the top there just to secure your equipment on that side. We've also got accessory loops on the sides here. This is good for attaching on maybe a helmet, any other equipment that you want on the front face of the bag. Also on the front face, we have this stretchy mesh pocket for you to store quick access items. So this might be snacks, it might be a lightweight jacket. Here I have the Arc'teryx Nomin jacket. You can set the bag down, grab stuff out as quickly as you can from this stretchy front face pocket. This pocket also has a little pass-through here for dirt, water, and debris to pass through. Closer to the top, we have our flat top mechanism for the brain. And then we've also got some Alex Strohl and Moment branding here on the front. Very minimal just on the front there. On both sides of the bag, we have these generous side pockets. So these are really large pockets, able to accommodate a lot of gear inside, not just a water bottle. You could also store a tripod, anything like that, but they are quite generous in their space. So just to give you a sense, here I have a Helinox One chair. It's in its pack state, inside its packable bag. And we can actually secure a camping chair inside the side pocket of the bag. Really impressive storage capacity there. You can also very easily store a 32-ounce Nalgene, eats that up really quickly. You could even store maybe another water bottle like this Stanley water bottle. So 2 water bottles inside this large size pocket, just to give you a sense of how big it is. And then you can see just on the side there, more Moment and Alex Strohl branding, built for fast and light travel in the mountains. Further above, we have these compression straps that you can use to cinch down longer items of gear. So this would be a tripod, maybe other equipment that you want to store in there. If it's tent poles or anything like that, you could store that on the side there, cinch it down with this little compression strap. On the other side, we have the exact same situation here. Large side pocket compression strap with the elastic webbing and the buckle release clip, and a little bit more of that branding on the side there. Also on the sides, you'll see more loops for you to lash on any gear if you want to. Now, the harness system here is pretty full on. Let's go through some of the features. So we've got a simple grab handle at the top there. We have a little tab there to display which size of the bag this is. So this is the large size for larger torsos, taller torsos. We've got load lifters here. These are Woojin buckles, simple load lifters just to tweak the curve of this shoulder strap there. Further below, we've got a little bit of looping here, dual loops here. So one normal loop, one elastic loop, so you can attach on more gear. And then here we have these stretchy pockets for you to store items in. So if you had a soft shell water bottle, you could store that in there, give yourself quick access to hydration. You could put some snacks in there, other hiking, camping equipment, maybe any sprays. And then you've also got these elastic toggles just so you can really wrap around whatever you're storing inside there and to help make sure it doesn't fall out. Alex Strohl mentions that one of the key design inspirations for these stretchy pockets on the shoulder straps is from his running vest, where he can store any equipment, gear, have that easily accessible for him while he's on the go. Further below, we have a sternum strap, simple Woojin sternum strap with a quick release buckle. We've got some elastic webbing to tidy up that strap slack, and then a little bit of elasticity to flex on your chest when you're carrying it. That sternum strap is easily adjustable on this rail here, so you can adjust the positioning of where you want your sternum strap depending on where it is on your body. Further down, we have more loops for more gear. We've got ladder locks here, as well as these elastic webbings to keep it nice and tidy. Everything is considered. One thing I forgot to mention is that on these shoulder straps, you can attach on a Polar Pro or a Peak Design capture clip, so you can have a camera easily accessible latched onto the shoulder strap if you want to. Now, the shoulder straps themselves are quite padded. They use an EVA foam padding, so really comfortable, really soft and plush. Underneath, you can see a little bit of stretchy give in the fabric on top of that EVA foam padding there. Now, if we come to the bottom, we've got a waist belt. This is using the same EVA foam padding, so really nice and comfortable and plush against your body. It uses a large Woojin quick release buckle, again, elastic webbing to keep it nice and tidy, all that stuff. Now, on one of the sides here, we have a little stash pouch here, and here we have a zippered compartment. You can store in more gear, maybe some camera equipment, batteries, whatever you want, you could put that in there. Just another place for you to store quick access items without having to take off the backpack. Now, this pouch actually serves as a bit of a sleeve to the waist belt, so you can actually detach it here with this Duraflex release clip. You can actually slip that off. You can slip it onto the other side if you want. If you prefer to reach gear on the left side of your body, whatever you want, you can actually slip that off, put that on there. But if we look at the side without the pouch, you can actually see there are more little sleeves here for you to add gear on, lash any equipment on if you want to. So you could also clip on a Peak Design capture clip there and have your camera hanging at the waist instead of on the shoulder. Now, one key thing to note, this waist belt is not removable, so it's always going to be there giving you support. If we look at the back panel, we can see a hard molded EVA foam there as well. So there's a little bit of channeling to guide some airflow there. Really nice and densely padded, very comfortable. It might not look as decked out or as intense as other travel, hiking, adventure camera backpacks, but because the emphasis here is on lightweight carry, I'm helping you be more agile, be more mobile. This is definitely sufficient padding and comfort for those types of travelers. Now, looking at the bottom of the bag here, we have our camera compartment. So this is where we'll be dedicating our space for camera gear. The rest of the bag is intended for your outdoor adventure equipment. So opening up this zipper, we can get this flap open. Here we have a camera insert that we've placed in there already. The camera insert is removable and it's sold separately unless you get the bundle with all the equipment. The camera insert is sold separately. Like any other camera insert, it features padded Velcro adjustable dividers that are fleece lined to protect your gear. So I currently don't have my camera in there because it's rigged up right now, but here I have a Pelican SD card case. I have these Pro lights from Sandmark. These are really awesome portable lights that are USB-C chargeable, and they provide huge power from just a small portable size. If you're interested in checking these out, links in the description below. I've got a few Canon batteries as well as a Canon 85mm prime lens. This sort of bag encourages a light loadout so that you can be more agile with your camera equipment, not have to bring so much gear that weighs you down, renders you unable to take those impromptu shots that you want to. It really encourages you to simplify your camera equipment and gear selection. Now, looking at the bottom of that flap here, the underside of the flap, we do have another zippered compartment. Very shallow pocket, but it's a stretchy mess, so you can store maybe filters in there, maybe some cables if you wanted to. Generally speaking, you want to keep that flat because that is coming up against your lower lumbar area. Now, flipping the bag around, we're going to get into the main compartment of the bag now. It's currently secured down by a G-hook closure, this flap top here. Now, flap tops like this with a little paracord cinch closure at the bottom are really good for varying loadout capacity. So if you're stacking this bag really packed, then you might want to give yourself a little bit of slack, give yourself more space to store more gear inside there. But when you're carrying light, you can really cinch this down, really bring down the size of the bag so you're nice and compact, nice and tight. Now, of course, here you can see a little bit of elastic webbing. You can like secure that down, tidy it up, keep it nice and clean. There's also a nice little yellow accent for the pull tab of that G-hook. We open this up, we get our brain open, and here we can see our cord cinch closure. So here we have our brain here. On most hiking backpacks, you can detach the brain. So here we have G-hooks that secure the brain down. You just simply undo those, and we have the top part of the bag taken off. So I've got a large compartment here at the top. We can store multiple items in there if we wanted to for relatively quick access, because you don't have to get into the bag. It's at the top of the bag, so you can store a decent amount of gear inside there. And then on the underside of the brain, we've actually got an additional zippered pocket. Now it shares a similar dimension, but they are separate compartments. So you can store a little bit more in there. Maybe you want to secure a hat or a beanie, maybe some toiletries in there just to keep it at the top so it doesn't spill into the rest of the bag. You can have that set up there as well. Or alternatively, if you want to carry light, you can simply dispense of the brain, keep it at home, and go on your adventure without the brain just to save some weight. And if that's the case, you still have a little flap for that cinch closure there, and you can still hook it down with a G-hook. So they have considered that you can carry the bag totally without the brain and still keep it nice and compact, nice and tight. So that's really handy. So looking at the top of the bag now, this cinch closure, we have two little tabs. Then we've got our tightening strap there, which just simply feed our fingers through those two tabs. We can open it very easily. And then we have access to the inside of the bag. Now hopefully you can see there is seam taping all around this backpack to give it nice water resistance, protection for whatever you're keeping inside. That's a pretty standard feature in a lot of waterproof backpacks, so it's good to see here. So just grabbing gear out, just to give you a sense of what we've packed inside here. I've got an Arc'teryx Thorium down jacket. I've got a Moment tech organizer to organize all of my tech. I've also got a Peak Design small packing cube for some extra clothes. And then hopefully you can see at the bottom there is that camera cube insert. So that's currently Velcroed in, it's secured in, it's not gonna move around because of those little Velcro tabs in that camera area to keep it nice and secure. So inside the bag, a nice thing that you'll see is that we have this really light liner here that allows you to see everything inside your bag. It helps with illumination of your gear inside the bag in case you get anything lost or stuck on the sides or anything like that. Another interesting thing about the bag is that if you lift up this Velcro hook and loop flap there, you can actually remove the frame from the bag entirely. So if maybe you wanted to pack the bag down, store it somewhere, or pack it in a larger bag, anything like that, you could remove the frame, store it somewhere else, and then roll this bag down. Or if you just didn't want that rigidity, you wanted something with a little bit more give, then you could remove it as well. Here you can see there is a stretchy sleeve there. This is for a hydration bladder. So this bag is hydration compatible. You can store any hydration sleeve in there. We've got a little bit of Velcro to help you suspend your water bladder inside that sleeve. And then if we come to the sides of that compartment, we see these little openings here that allow you to feed through your hydration tube and then port it all the way to your shoulder straps, giving yourself a little bit of extra access to hydration. So that's the Mountain Light backpack with the camera insert installed, but there is another item as part of the camera collection for us to look at. This is the camera loader. Now this camera loader is a really simplified stripped back version of a typical camera loader that has lightweightness and efficiency prioritized. It features the same materials as the backpack, so the 210 waterproof Cordura ripstop nylon 6.6, but it also has padding throughout the entire body to protect your camera equipment. It uses YKK zippers, it's got a number of different loops, it's got accessory loops so that you can attach it on the sides of the bag if you wanted to, or even potentially other backpacks. It's got these two back loops that actually allow you to slip it through one of the sides of the waist belt. So if I just demonstrate it for you now. That's a somewhat lazy way of securing the bag onto the waist belt, but then you can store your camera on the side there if you wanted to. Now at the back on the top here, we actually have some threaded loops here on this little Hyperlon tab here. And you can see there are 3 separate holes here. The bag actually also comes with its own 1/4 inch 20 thread plate, which is used for clip attachments like a Peak Design capture clip. So this little plate will actually allow you to quickly attach it onto any of those sorts of camera plates. If I just show for example here, if we place this plate underneath one of those Hyperlon holes and we screw on our Peak Design plate. So once we've got that secured on, we can actually quickly have it slip into a capture clip like so. So here we have a capture clip attached onto the waist belt through one of these loops here. If we wanted to attach on the camera loader with a DSLR camera inside, we could just slip it through, and then it's nicely secured. Now inside the bag itself, it is very simple. It's got one cavity for a large DSLR camera. It's also got this little Velcro suspension here so that if you've got a smaller body or you've got a smaller lens, the camera's not always going to fall to the bottom of the bag. You can actually have it suspended with this little suspension strap here, so that's really handy. It attaches onto any part of this Velcro liner here, so it's very customizable in that way. Hopefully you can see that little Velcro suspension strap there. And then on the other side of the front face, we have a small zippered compartment, good for storing camera batteries, SD cards, maybe even small filters if you wanted to. Could stuff that stuff in there. Okay, so this is the Strohl Mountain Light 45 liter large size on the body. For your reference, I'm 5'10". Well everyone, there you have it, the Strohl Mountain Light Camera Backpack from Moment. If you're interested in getting this bag and some of these accessories or anything else that you've seen in this video, there are links in the description below. If you choose to use those links, they go a long way to support the work that we do here on the channel, so we really appreciate that. And if you want to support us further, you can hit the like button, hit the bell, subscribe to our channel, subscribe to our newsletter as well, but most of all, we want to hear from you. What do you think about this bag? What do you think about the approach to carrying camera gear and outdoor gear in this really lightweight capacity? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want to see more videos from us, check out some of the links on the screen at the end of this video. But for now, this has been the Strohl Mountain Light Camera Backpack from Moment. Take care, until next time.